Welcome back to the last session of Unit 3 of Basic Electrical Electronics Instrumentation Engineering. This presentation is given by Dr. B. Santana Krishna, Associate Professor, and the slides are prepared by Dr. B. Paramasimha, Associate Professor, and Dr. S. Ramesh Kumar, Associate Professor, Department of Tripoli Government College of Engineering, Board in Ignore. This presentation regarding about the three-phase induction motor. In previous presentation we have discussed about the single phase induction motor. Now we are going to discuss about the three-phase induction motor. Three-phase induction motor are the most common and frequently encountered machine in industry, frequently used in industry. It can be considered to be a cheapest motor. It is rugged and require less maintenance, very simple in construction, gives reliable operation, high efficiency, it produces easy to control, it run constant speed from 0 to full load speed. That is the major advantage of three-phase induction motor. Why we go for three-phase induction motor? Then what is the principal operation of three-phase induction motor? When a three-phase stator winding is connected to a three-phase voltage supply, three-phase current will flow in the winding, which also induce three-phase flux in the stator. These flux will rotate the speed called synchronous speed ns. The field is called rotating magnetic field. Therefore, the synchronous speed is given in the expression ns equal to 120 f by p, where p is the number of poles and f is the frequency of the supply. Then what are the principal operation of three-phase in the synchronous motor? Three-phase induction motor. This rotating magnetic field cuts the rotor winding and produces an induced voltage in the rotor winding. Due to the fact that the rotor winding are short circuited for both squirrel cage and wound rotor, and induced current flow in the rotor winding. The rotor current produces another magnetic field. A torque is produced as a result of the interaction of those two magnetic field. Then slip. The rotor speed of induction motor machine is different from the speed of the rotating magnet field. Therefore, the percentage difference of the speed is called as slip. Therefore, the percentage slip equal to ns minus n divided by ns into 100, where ns is the synchronous speed per revolution per minute, nr the mechanical speed of the rotor revolution per minute. If the rotor run at a synchronous speed, s equal to 0. If the rotor is stationary, s equal to 1. The effect of the slip on rotor frequency Fr equal to S into F, where Fr is the rotor frequency, Er2 is the rotor EMF. The effect of slip on the rotor induced EMF, the effect of slip on the rotor resistance, reactance and impedance, Er2 equal to SE2, R2 equal to RR2, XR2 equal to SX2. So his total impedance is equal to square root of R2 square plus Sx2 the whole square, where Fr is the rotor frequency, Er2 is the rotor EMF, R2, X2 and Z2 are the rotor resistance, reactance and impedance respectively. F is the supply frequency, E2 is the standstill EMF. E2 is the standstill EMF. Then what is the torque equation of the three-phase induction motor? The torque of a three-phase induction motor depends upon the following factor: rotor current I2, power factor of the rotor circuit, flux which links the rotor with the rotor, or torque T is directly proportional to phi I2 cos phi 2. Torque is directly proportional to E2 I2 cos phi 2, cos theta 2. Torque equation for induction motor running condition, where T equal to KSE2 by R2 divided by R2 square plus Sx2, for constant K is nothing but 3 by 2 pi N2. Torque slip characteristics. When slip equal to 0, that means Nr equal to Ns. Under this condition, the motor stops, so the torque T, that value is 0. This shows that the torque slip character starts from the origin. So this torque slip character, it always starts from the origin. For smaller value of slip, torque is directly proportional to the slip. For the large value of slip, the torque is inversely proportional to the slip. Inversely proportional to the slip. You can see here from the diagram, you can see the torque is always start from 0. It is a smaller value. It is proportional. It is going to be increased. It is a higher value. It is inversely proportional to the slip. From the diagram, you can easily understand. Then ratio between full load torque and maximum torque. Full load torque and maximum torque equal to from the above equation we can find the ratio between the full load torque and the maximum torque, where TFL is the full load torque and Tmax is the maximum torque. SFL is the slip of the full load and SM is the slip at the maximum torque. Ratio between the starting torque and the maximum torque. From the above equation we can calculate the ratio between the maximum torque and the starting torque. The effect of the rotor resistance on the torque slip characteristics. Rotor for 3-phase. This is 3-phase, that's why we are using R1, R2, R3. There is the effect of the torque slip characteristics in 3-phase. Equivalent circuit of the induction motor, 3-phase induction motor. This is the equivalent circuit of the open circuited 3-phase induction motor. Equivalent circuit of the short circuited induction motor. The previous one is the open circuit. The secondary, this right hand side of the is open. You can see here the right hand side is short circuited. Equivalent circuit of the induction motor. Then equivalent circuit of the induction motor and mechanical load. If the load is connected, this is the equivalent circuit of the motor connected with the mechanical load. Then this is the circuit of the no load test. There is rotor is totally free from there are two tests that are performed to find the performance of the any type of induction motor, whether it is a single phase single phase induction motor or 3-phase induction motor. The performance of the induction motors are calculated using no load test and blocked rotor test or short circuit test. Then this is a no load test. We can calculate the current and we can calculate the resistance and the inductance of the corresponding no load test. Then you can see the blocked rotor test. Blocked rotor test of the 3-phase induction motor. The corresponding phase angle and equivalent resistance and equivalent impedance and equivalent inductance values are calculated using the formula. Similarly, we are going to starting of the 3-phase induction motor. There are several methods of starting of squirrel cage induction motor, which include direct online starting, auto transformer starting, star delta starting. So this diagram generally used for direct online starter of 3-phase induction motor. There is a 3-phase induction motor. There is a main contact and overload. You can see there is a start and stop buttons are present while you start. If you press the start button, the motor runs started immediately. You can press the stop button, it automatically breaks the operation of the motor. Similarly, using the auto transformer, we can use the start by adjusting the auto transformer. Slowly the voltage going to be applied on the motor winding. Automatically the motor start rotating. It reaches the maximum value. Once it reaches the maximum voltage is applied, the maximum speed of the motor is going to be attained. This is called auto transformer starter. Then star delta starter. By giving the star delta connection of the corresponding 3-phase induction motor, we can start the motor. So this is about the starting of the 3-phase induction motor. Then what are the speed control? From the stator side, the speed of the induction motor can be controlled by the following method. Then V by EF method for controlling speed of the induction motor. Speed control by changing the supply voltage. Speed control by changing the number of poles. Speed control by changing the rheostat connector at the stator terminal. This is about from the stator side. Similarly, you can control the speed from the rotor side. The speed control by changing the rheostat connected with the rotor terminal and cascaded control. So we can control the speed of the stator as well as the rotor by this method. Then braking. The braking method of induction motor as follows: regenerative braking of induction motor, braking by plugging, and dynamic braking. Then comparison of single phase and three phase induction motor. Single phase induction motors are simple in construction, reliable and economical for small power rating as compared to three phase induction motor. The electrical power factor of a single phase induction motor is low as compared to the three phase induction motor. So the electric power factor is very high in case of three phase induction motor. For same size, the single phase induction motor develop 50% of the output as that of the three phase induction motor. The starting torque is low for synchronous motor. The efficiency of the single phase induction motor is less as compared to the three phase induction motor. So the three phase induction motor is always efficient when compared to single phase induction motor. Thank you.